Fred, do something!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to today's stream. Hope you had yourself a good day today. I had an all right day. I got two stories written, one based on Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, and the other one based on A Plague Tale: Innocence. You could possibly imagine which one I had more fun writing. Hint, hint, it was the Foster's one. Damn near 6,000 words on it, too. I kind of went overboard because I kept getting ideas of like what to include for it, and it goes to show if I'm really inspired by an idea, I will go all out for it. But at the moment, it's like in the mid 30s here in South Jersey. Hey, we're above 30 degrees today as opposed to last night and so forth. But beyond that, it was an all right day on a few fronts as I prepare, start prepare for like tax season, get the taxes and things done, as well as focus a little bit on getting trying to get like get back on some of the around the house projects. When it can because when it gets too cold, I am not gonna feel like lifting anything or moving things around. I'm just gonna stay nice and bundled up, don't you know? So last night we covered a lot of ground in Persona 5. We defeated Sai Nijima in her palace. We got all the exposition out of the way that takes place immediately thereafter with the big reveals about Akechi, Shido, and so forth. And so like the next time we play Persona 5, which will be on Friday stream, we should be we should be fairly close to like dedicate like an extended run through Shido's palace. I'm not entirely sure we'll be able to get through all of Shido's palace on Friday stream, but we will come as close as we can. This way, next Sunday stream, we'll be able to wrap that up and begin the process of really pushing towards the end game of vanilla Persona 5. Of course, it's Iceman. You would assume a Plague Tale would be the entertaining laugh fest, but what do I know? Yeah, well, when the plot synopsis that you're given to work with involves, okay, the story has to be written when the Inquisition is ransacking the main protagonist's home. It's like, yeah, there's only going to be so much that can be done with that. As the 76ers are tied with the Nuggets 58 at the half. Iceman, hope you had a good day today. And I did put in the Discord like we're doing Outer Worlds. It's not funny to see you, yeah. Outer Worlds today and tomorrow, and then Anthem will obviously be Wednesday. I'm tentatively slating in Anthem, like if it's still active at 9:30 next Monday. Most certainly will play it. Otherwise, next Monday, Power Wash Simulator. Beginning of that. I'm not sure if we will pick up on where I am in the campaign and spraying stuff down, or like start over all the way from the beginning. One or the other. We'll determine that, depending on what's available. Depending on if Anthem is actually functioning still at 9:30. Because EA just said it's shutting down on January 12th. There is no other things like what time. It's just like, yeah. Anyway, we're going to space. We are going to space, above and beyond. It gets to get an idea of like how cold it's gotten down here. Like I had like a glass of some fruit juice in it, and it had like a little bit that sometimes remains at the bottom of the glass. That turned into ice. That's how cold it can get down here, which is you're sweating. No, I saw something on YouTube literally before the start of the stream of like someone putting out an ice bed for a red panda. The panda just walks over onto it and lays on it face down, like ah. So unintentionally, Striker, that's the first thing that came to mind. Okay, so what the hell are we doing? I just keep saying, like, looking glad it's a shop. I'm kind of confused on this one.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Sugar gel.
You know what's happening on Terra 1?
Berry flavored last nuggets. Now
Wait. Okay, where, pray tell, are they pointing that at? Is like they're... This game does have fall damage. Oh!
Keep him quiet, Cap.
Okay, so we found... Okay. B thinks this is going to end up being a bit important at some point in time. No ladders or anything.
Real slick. Right. So we got that experience, but what we need is above us. All right, so nothing there. No holes in the ground. Hmm.
Got my sights on you.
You got business with the fence? Make it quick.
Hmm. All right, so let's try and approach this from a different point of view.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
It's a hard life. That what I.
I'd say anything here falls under the salvage protocols of finders keepers.
What was that? What was that?
Was it the last of them? All right, so we found things. We found place. Full of goodies. Hair hanger key card. Ah. Logs.
Gosh, ain't that handsome.
All right, so all right, so we found the weapon. We are no longer barred entry. All right, Stellar Bay. Stellar Bay. Stellar Bay. And Monarch. So we need to so essentially we need to head to Stellar Bay next.
Something on your mind?
Many things are on my mind. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Need to make some room. There we go. Room has been made in the inventory. So now we can, now when we come across stuff, we can promptly put them in our pockets. All right, well, let's land over here.
We're now in orbit above stellar Remember that you are not insured.
I'm not? We'll rock with these ones. Start with here. Achievement! Something's fishy. Where is the...
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
You gotta sign me in?
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Oh, that is my ship on the landing pad right next to you.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are they doing out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Hey, I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Are you saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
Alright, I'm gonna have a look around.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
And that depends. What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Sure, I can ask about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
We're not the best equipped, but scouting for rats keeps us on our toes.
I bet it does.
Well.
This guy has a stylish mustache.
First drink's on me, stranger.
Thanks.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you?
Uh, how well do you know Nyoka?
Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka, on account of her being here so often herself. And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks. Something else I can do for you?
You say you're not used to seeing new faces around here?
Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the iconoclasts or some such.
Oh, what happened at Amber Heights?
Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone. Corporations pulled out of Monarch not long after. I thought everyone knew. But then that was 10 years ago. Still feels fresh to us every time we look at our walls, though.
Why is this place called the Yacht Club?
Thought it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after all.
Are there any yachts in Stellar Bay?
Nope. But a man can dream.
Now let's see what you have to trade.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
We'll keep
But I gotta
listening.
Get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
I'm Eva. Pleasure to meet you.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here.
Of course
Folks
not.
mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Sure, another round, bartender.
Outstanding. What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
I'm told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we?
Oh, gold
Brass-
nuts.
Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
Sure, what do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
You mean a caffeinoid? That stuff's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Alright, I'll be back. Level 16! What the heck? All right, what did he want here? All right, we're walking. We're walking and we're exploring. Jeff Raymond.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
You pissed a jumpsuit? Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
How's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation, and I was a fool for staying.
My engineer's looking for a dustback casserole. Can you cook one of those?
That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
I can cover 3,000 bits. Get started, chef.
You got it. I got all the ingredients. Should only take about an hour in the oven. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady.
Oh, gosh. My tum's rumbling just smelling that casserole.
Well, we got the casserole.
Help! Someone's been killed!
Who's been killed? Pull yourself together and tell me what happened.
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this...
This what?
If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Not much I can do for this guy.
All right, we must search for clues. All right. Left field toss ball betting. All right.
We don't get many outsiders.
We shall just... We shall poke and we prod at the stuff.
Whatever you do, don't mention Tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him.
If you got
I think Isaac's dead, man. All right. Let's walk over here.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs...
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like, hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Hello, dearie.
Hello.
I believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Quite the bedside manner, lady.
Yes, she does.
Well, it's so rare I get the pleasure of new company. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young lady you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits.
Whiskey helps, too.
It does.
Please leave medical advice to the professionals.
She is a professional.
Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
Actually, the pills are for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, that's just awful.
Isn't it just?
Yeah, it is.
I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
I don't know, Auntie. You'll have to pry that secret from my sweet little cheeks.
Don't blame me if I puke on your shoes.
Aren't you a saucy thing?
Yes, I am.
I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but with age comes experience, dearie.
Why don't you show me a thing or two?
Much as I'd love to. My rheumatism is especially fierce at the moment, and I'm all out of my medicine. But I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. You were here for caffeinoid, weren't you? Who's it for?
Uh-huh. That's Nilka.
Her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
You just did. There must be some way I can increase Nilka's allotment.
I'm afraid not.
Thank you, Stryker.
Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
I thought you were in charge around here, Auntie. You sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers.
A very pretty
And
face.
to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
I mean, what's the forgetful fellow, huh?
Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll eventually.
I see.
But until then, it's lots of fun.
Episodic pharmacological delirium is no laughing matter, young lady.
Yes, it is. E-Day is out this year. Oh, they got an a date for when it's released? Where can I find this, Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Just said 2026. Okay. The Flower of Enlightenment?
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Guess I have to figure this out on my own.
Chin up, dearie.
All right. Is there a way... I'm going to have to bounce back to the ship because I'm going to need Max out here. As well. The Constable. Odo is not in.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
I play for Auntie Cleo's Darlings. Don't you recognize me?
I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? But what are you doing on Monarch?
This is part of a goodwill tour of Halcyon. We're meeting our friends across the colony.
Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought. So, what can I do for you?
I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
I'm listening.
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
So who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do. Here to catch a game? I'm afraid the transmission's still pretty bad. What can I do for you?
You say you're having trouble receiving the tossball game transmissions.
Graham's always filling the airwaves with his propaganda, like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
got my sights on you.
You got your sights on me?
Velma.
Da 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 da. All right.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
Say what?
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
A wonderful directorate. Uh-huh. Oh, I get it. It's a wonderful life.
Wrap mask and canid eyes, right here. Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in a raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
Mostly fresh. Why would I want any of that?
I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
Who's Celia?
She works for Sanjar at MSI. She's also Stellar Bay's biggest collector of canid incisors. And I should know, because she buys them from me.
And about Mr. Pickett?
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Mantiqueens, especially.
Have you seen a Mantiqueen?
Sure. They're real big. Hard to miss them.
You haven't seen my aim. Why was he interested in Mantiqueens?
Who wouldn't be?
People who have self-preservation, Sebastian?
Now that just sounds like a fancy way to say boring people.
Okay, fair enough. Where have you seen a Mantiqueen?
Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him. Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal?
Sure, I can keep an eye out for him.
All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last Mantiqueen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there too.
All right, let's see what you have.
Oh, good. Celia hasn't come by in a few days, so I haven't sold much.
Ma'am, please, I need your help. I can pay.
Sure you can.
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
It's more dissolving than melting.
Same difference.
That is not helpful.
No, that is helpful. Transmission, where'd you last see him?
Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the woman to save your little ducky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy?
But why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls.
That explains it.
He doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know once ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Okay, where would he have gone?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a Mantiqueen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
Where is Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs, and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen.
Boy, she has a vivid imagination, don't she? What were you saying about the iconoclasts?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who'll listen. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
Alright. Did you say there was a reward involved?
Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free. It is deathly dangerous out there. I've got some bits saved up for a rainy day. I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me. I won't even be mad at him running off. You tell him I won't be mad.
Alright, I'll help find him.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Okay. Well, that's certainly something worth checking into.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
Okay, that's wonderful. I know you murdered Isaac.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
I'm making it my business.
Oh yeah? What are you saying exactly?
You bully people long enough. If you know what's good for you, you clear out and never come back.
Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going. This ain't worth it.
So, Vicky. Can I call you Vicky?
Absolutely fucking not.
Why not?
For a vicar, you sure curse an awful fucking lot.
Yeah, he does.
Look who's talking.
I'm not a fucking priest.
And thank the architect for that.
Yeah, those two are clearly knocking boots.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir. Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon.
Really?
What can I do for you today?
Grim asked me to check with you about his toss ball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Earlier, I overheard you say you were having money trouble.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Did you normally blow your money on Raptidon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Okay, but why are you buying so much from Sebastian?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type.
Ah.
Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Maybe I can talk to him for you.
Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
I'm curious. What do you see in Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about.
Yeah, he's kind of brainless.
He's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Okay, fair enough.
You have standards, I guess.
Yeah, she has
I know
standards.
what I'm looking for.
You really want to be with someone you can't talk to?
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
I'll talk to you later. All right. Yo, Sebastian.
You're always going on about destiny. What did your mother do?
If you must know, my late mother was a laborer, Dr. Finhill.
Oh.
And your father?
The same.
And you ended up a preacher how?
How? Yeah.
The universe works in mysterious ways. Where there is a deficit, it seeks to provide an abundance. Say a church is attacked by marauders and sustains casualties. The replacement clergy must arise from somewhere.
Okay, so... yeah.
You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
And you're the type of dude that looks like he needs to get laid.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
Would you consider going on a... well, it says she likes you.
Nice of you to say. I like her too.
No, I mean, no, she's interested in you. Romantically.
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm? Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise you won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice. Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
There we go. There we go.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
He said he'll go on a date with you.
say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on?
He likes you, just don't ask him for any discounts.
Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
All right.
Well, new business turns up at last.
At last.
Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
Yes, you certainly did.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule.
I don't think that would motion anyone's
Newcomer has a
loins.
meeting with me.
That's very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
I'm just looking at me. I'm charting my own path, going where the wind takes me.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Alcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna.
If I have to eat one more weird science project passed off as food in this sprat fuck colony, I'm going to stab someone. No, hey, it could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
I don't think you're freer than anyone else in the house yet, and why not embrace it?
Exactly what I would have said if I'd been paying attention.
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
What?
Huh?
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
I am... So what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Ingenious plan? Don't get me wrong, I'm starting to admire your sand, but I bet you could overcomplicate a sisty sandwich.
Yes, I bet he could.
Turn of phrase. Allow me to express my thanks at your confidence and assure you that my plan is indeed sufficiently complicated.
Of course it is.
If our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Raids, corporate raids. This lady know what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Fine, but how do you mean to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course.
Huh?
You can get us what we need to rejoin the board. Starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Oh, okay. It sounds useful. The Bolt 52 sounds useful. What the fuck is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Never realized fighting the bureaucracy could be this interesting.
It is quite the rush.
Okay. Once you have the Bolt 52, what's the other part of your plan?
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Then I'll go get your Bolt 52.
Be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
How wrong? Or I need to ask you about something.
What can I do for you?
Looking for information for an information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate.
How do I get to Devil's Peak?
You'd head south along the road and look for a mountain to the west. Not that I'd advise it. It's a terribly dangerous trek. But if you insist on going, I'd recommend taking a local guide. Nyoka would be a prime candidate.
If you can keep her sober.
Alright, Isaac Rose is dead. I found the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
It was Eliza and his hooligan friends. I ran them out of town.
I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually.
Sure you would have. Of course you would have.
Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
I met Grim, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
Oh, yeah, he did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I have some questions about MSI in the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
You mean you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For
Okay.
many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1.
What happened? Terra 1 and Terra 2, I see the board put their best people on that one. What happened to the other corporations?
As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of you.
It's humane. But it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
Right,
Anyway,
right.
we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Okay. Using the board's own tools against them. Clever.
That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocated to Territory along with everyone else.
Yet here you are.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI.
Must have pissed off some real big suits to get stuck with that.
On the contrary, I wrote lots of very important reports on behalf of top MSI officials before I was able to achieve this position. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
That's low, even for them.
I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop.
They stoop pretty low.
Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
What's the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
A necessary evil for the greater good of society.
That's exactly how the board describes it.
Yeah, sure. And they're invoked it on Monarch?
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
What exactly do you want back? Why exactly do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
If you can't beat him, might as well join him and reach into their pockets.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
Seems like the entire colony is strangling. They treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to that?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
You don't think much of Graham.
He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
I will admit, I am keen to meet their leader.
Well, be careful what you wish for. Graham has a habit of ruining everything and everyone around him.
Like a Graham Crapker? He has strong feelings on the matter.
I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels and pushes us further from the rest of the colony. He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
When was the last time you saw one?
What can I do for you?
Sure.
Do.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
Gotta hand it to you, Max. You make my old med school lectures seem interesting.
Yep, again, they're totally knocking the boots. Oh, pitter patter. Let's get at her. Limmered in nature, I bet.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly. Here we go!
Nice, Captain! Been practicing this. Not bad, huh?
Oh, not good either.
I'll take your confession now!
Got him! Just like that. See you!
Skills are unrivaled.
All right, enemy slain. Well, we found a nice hat. The south of town. The trouble is when it has you looking in two directions.
I wonder what secrets these ruins contain. Here we go! The strong survive and the weak perish!
Watch a pro at work. That was fun. Ready for more?
Okay, we will. Corrosive damage, we'll take the perk. I will put it in the percolator. Where we going? Oh, Nuggets rally to beat the Sixers 104 to 100.
We can my kind of action. How about that?
I smite you in the name of the law!
All right, so we got that.
Here we go. Anyone?
May the law have mercy on you! I won't!
Someone else will clean this up, right?
Certainly getting a lot of Raptidon meats and parts and stuff.
Got a fight on our hands. I've had quite enough of you!
A lot of stuff are in a broader direction. Yeah. one dude that was over here, right? Ah, well. Onward!
Would like to die first. Done for. Everyone all right?
No, we are not all right. All right, we'll walk up this way. We shall walk this way.
We have your back, Captain. Sometimes violence is the only way.
Violence was indeed the answer. And the question.
Never anger a man of the cloth.
Just like that. Don't mess with us.
Hmm. What do you have here? We're not where we're supposed to be, but picking stuff up. All right, we continue to walk along here.
Hold them how it's done. Here's a little trick I learned in prison. That's the last of them.
Do 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 do. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. What's this? All right, we continue to walk in a direction, not knowing what we'll find, but knowing that there will be things there. Things and stuff. The Amber Heights. We have arrived in the most ambery of heights. Right? And I'm going to take me a restroom break. I shall be back.
How's it going over there? Did she kiss you yet?
We win! Suckers. And he's off.
Why are we going in here, Fred? Oh, I'm just about to do that.
Yep, achievement. Did it pop for you?
Nope.
Okay.
It's too bad those gloves won't work for anyone else. We'd love to see Carol, Captain Marvel, knock those tendrils of Zakar.
Aw, Blade. Such a sweet talker.
Kick ass! Crackzoom! We're gonna have to Indiana Jones this. You're all slaves to Spacer's choice. I'm liberating you.
Liberating? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here, gave decades of my life to this place. I never asked to be liberated. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave.
And we're back. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the iconoclasts.
Hello, you're
I'm
cute.
Rose.
Who are you?
Please take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets.
You're out of pamphlets?
Gosh, blast it.
Who are the iconoclasts?
Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems.
And here I thought everyone works for a corporation.
I know. It's quite revolutionary. We're a community here. No jobs, no shifts, just people who help each other. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep.
One big happy family, huh?
That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father. I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing.
I doubt that.
You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them.
Tell me about Graham.
Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth.
Which is?
I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying.
Tell me about Zora.
She's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you.
Okay, fair enough. Where can I find him?
Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door.
Why are you here and not in Stellar Bay?
Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes.
Oh, got it. Hey, before I go, I'm looking for a Tucker. Have you seen him?
The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Damned philosophists.
Max, be nice.
All I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste like sulfur all the same.
Nuh-uh. Taro's got that sweet blood.
So? You gotta boil it or you'll get sick. Then all that sweetness takes the air anyhow.
Nah, don't boil it. We're gonna get sick all the same. Might as well enjoy it.
Don't boil. You want the runs?
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here.
Huh, you're not a little boy. Captain Hawthorne.
You here to join the iconoclasts? Help us free this world?
You're Agnes's little boy from Stellar Bay.
I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision.
Yes, she made it seem like you were in danger, asking me to rescue you.
According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long. ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
Huh. I'm getting that reward. Either you go back or I'll beat it out of her.
What in the nebula is wrong with you? She's an old woman. You'd threaten my flesh and blood just to get me to do what you want?
Yes. Relax, I was only kidding. Don't take everything so seriously.
That was not even close to funny.
What do you want to do about it? She'll keep sending people to look for you.
Stars, I don't know. My mama's a stubborn woman. She won't quit until I'm dead. You know, that might just work. You go back and tell her you found my body beside the road, all mangled and tore up. If she believes me dead, she won't look for me no more.
If we do this, I need some proof that it was your body I found.
Oh, right. I guess you could take my daddy's ring. I've worn it ever since he died. Mama would recognize it right away. You take this back to Stellar Bay. Tell my mama I died and you found that on my body. I know it'll be hard on her, but it's the only way.
All right, fair enough. Your diary. All right. All of that seemed like, things we should have done.
Never seen you before.
I'm new here.
Take my advice. Move on. Get off-world if you can. If you can't, get to the bay. I've been halfway around T1. Monarch, they call it now. Been around it twice. Stood at the hot pole and the cold. Nothing on this moon for nobody. Just a lot of heartbreak.
Okay. What's your story?
It's pretty simple, kid. I sit at the bar, I drink, I mind my own business.
But I overheard somebody saying you were the best man to talk to ask about the real monarch.
Whoever said that must have been lying. Or maybe they was drunk. I don't know nothing a dozen better folk couldn't tell you. Look, you want to buy the drinks, I'll do my bit to keep you entertained. Just don't ask me to dance.
Buy yourself a drink.
I can't repay no kindnesses now. Alright, so I reckon one of the most interesting places I've been is the hot pole.
The hot pole?
That is.
I can make a guess. The hottest place on Monarch is probably the closest to Olympus.
Exactly. This moon ain't big enough to rotate. It's locked. One side always facing Olympus, the other always facing away. Olympus might not be a star, but it throws off assloads of heat. Monarch's hot pole is the part that's closest to the gas giant. It's in the middle of this big mountain plateau. Volcanoes so high the peaks are in space.
So it's hot, it's high, and there's nowhere or not much. Nice views, though.
The funny thing is, then in the middle there's just smooth rock. Circular-like. All the dust blown away. Pale gray with hair-fine cracks all over.
I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was lightheaded from the O2, but I felt like I had to take off the breather for a moment, put my ear to the ground.
Not enough to boil water, and you put your ear against a rock?
I did get a burn on the lobe before I smartened up. Put a towel under me. It was at the edge of hearing. Deep down. Far off. Irregular. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. The sound of a bird pecking out of a shell.
What's it mean?
Hell if I know. When there's a groundquake now, I hold my breath. Because I don't know if it's Olympus squeezing us for gravity, or wings getting stretched.
Alright, what happened to you here?
A great many things. I'll tell you what. You want to listen to an old man ramble?
Yes.
Might be a job in it for you. I used to run with a squad of mercenaries here. Good folk. Fella named Lamont introduced me. Thing is, I ain't seen them in an age. Stands to reason they got themselves ate.
Oh. Mercenaries, what they do?
Mostly we protected folk from the beasts here. If it spat, scratched, or stung, we'd kill it for you. So long as you had the bits. We split ways around the time this twice-fucked moon got abandoned. Thing is, I got myself some fond memories. We had some keepsakes of ours we kept in a lockbox, and I've been thinking about seeing it found.
Alright, one lock. You want mementos? What, photographs or?
Thereabouts.
What if they're still alive?
I'll be glad for it, but I ain't stupid. This planet tends to get people killed. I just want some closure.
Alright, one lockbox coming right up.
Appreciate it, kid. I'll mark an outpost on your map. We spend a lot of time out there. Might be a good place to start. Here's a key for the door.
This armor itches something awful.
I bet it does. Seriously, just gonna leave stuff laying out here? Hmm. I continue to look around here.
It ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose? That's just the way of it.
A manta queen.
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Vanoys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. It seems we have company.
Alright, you're Graham.
A stranger comes to our home.
Yes,
If
a
you're
stranger.
looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
I'm told you're out of pamphlets. That's a shame.
Ah, yes. The first step to accepting the truths of philosophism is to open your heart to its wisdom. I've found the written word to be quite effective in helping people do that. But alas, the eternal truth hasn't been generous with the paper and ink. Now.
Fair enough, fair enough. We can appreciate that. I'm just looking for ways to help people here. Anything needs done?
A great many things, in fact.
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running.
Printing press? On Monarch?
Oh, yes. Many facilities lie abandoned in the wilderness. I believe the press could be operational again with a little elbow grease and luck.
Mostly luck.
Will you aid us in our cause?
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
Huxley's dead.
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Wait, where is Huxley?
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead.
MSI supplies you?
One of our sympathizers. A woman named Carlotta periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup.
Where is the supplier?
She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north.
We were just past there. All right, I'll be back.
Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage.
Okay, Graham.
Greetings, friend.
I have some questions for you.
All right.
Tell me about the Iconoclasts.
The Iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our own beliefs, all petals on the same flower of enlightenment. Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of a poisoned society where people are enslaved by a corporate ladder. We seek to replace their way of life
relevant.
with ours. Philosophism is the key to unlocking their shackles.
Is this why the board has quartered off Monarch?
Oh, yes. Gunships hover in our skies, ready for the day they decide to come to our doors waving banners of war. The perception of visionaries is often tainted by the lies of their oppressors. A sad state of affairs, to be sure.
I want to know more about your teachings.
Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept it. What would you like to know?
I would like to know what you think Bakonu meant when he wrote, "Your work is to discover the truth, and then with all your heart give yourself to it."
Ah, how refreshing to have a scholar among us.
Yes.
Bakonu's text simply refers to our entire purpose, assisting the universe in realizing its own truth. Let it guide us as it will.
Thank you, Stryker.
It refers to giving oneself over to the plan. It is not some paean to an invisible creator in the sky.
Very refreshing. Thank you, Stryker, for the refresh. All right, let them talk.
Were there a truth to the grand plan in the first place, I and Bakonu might agree. But what we see as divine purpose is just one facet of the universe figuring itself out. To quote, "As a child looking at the leg of an elephant, unable to view it whole, we mistake the tiny scope of our understanding as the unfathomably large purpose of the universe."
You're not completely full of shit, I'll give you that.
Okay, fair enough.
Even if you do twist things beyond recognition to suit your own beliefs.
You know, let them talk. Let them talk.
Were my teachings beyond recognition, I dare say I wouldn't have a small army of followers who understand and believe.
I owe you an apology. I expected you to be a complete idiot. I'd say you're actually more in the 25% idiocy range.
Likewise.
Oh, boy.
Now, I'm sorry. What was it you were asking?
That was actually great there. I hear the word eternal thrown around a lot. What is it? So we walked our way into a religious debate.
All part of the consciousness of the cosmos. Each of us plays a tiny role in the universe's continual journey toward understanding itself. You and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms. Divinity is in us all, and the eternal is that divinity.
Even OSI, are the members similarly divine?
Everyone, regardless of ability to believe, is another facet of the universe contemplating its own existence.
Ability to believe? I think you mean inability to tell fantasy from truth, which rules out any knowledgeable scientician.
Let us be clear. Neither of us can lay claim to being knowledgeable on this topic. It is a matter of belief. It is not as if OSI has gone and proven anything. Regardless, what were you saying?
What do you mean by awakening?
The point of no return. When your mind fully opens to the eternal truth. Every philosophist experiences it along the path to enlightenment. For many, it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their lives have boiled down into the single truth of that moment. Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Now he runs MSI just like the overlords before him.
So Sanjar betrayed you. You turned to religion, and now here we are.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. Another is that misfortune often brings opportunity. I found my path through the tragedies of my past.
Do you believe in a creator?
Not in the sense of a single entity, fashioning the universe as a whittler fashions a flute. The universe came into being over time, organically, naturally, and without purpose. In that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose, the universe itself created all living things.
The universe doesn't need to find its purpose. It is a mathematically perfect equation that gives mankind purpose.
That we'd consider ourselves in any way capable of understanding the universe, much less an equation that drives it, is nothing but hubris.
No, Graham makes a fine point.
All right.
I've heard people mention an Amber Heights massacre. What happened?
I'm sorry. As long as it's been, I'd still rather not speak of it. That was a painful day for us all.
I can only imagine. Sorry I asked.
It's fine. Perhaps someday I'll be strong enough to recall that tragedy, but...
Today
is
not that day.
Why have you come?
I'll be going now.
I've been mulling over everything with Graham and the Iconoclasts. Upon further reflection, Graham's not as much of an idiot as I thought he'd be. But in other ways, he's worse. I'd urge you to be careful in future dealings with him, Captain. He's an unhinged zealot who lacks awareness of the consequences of his choices. I wouldn't trust him to lead a crew, let alone a town-wide cult.
Thanks for your input. I'll keep it in mind.
Of course. It's my job. Anything you'd like to discuss?
So, Zura. All right.
Watch your step on Monarch. It's not just the monsters and sulfur pits you gotta look out for. I admire your grit, but some wounds don't heal. And I say that as someone who's plugged a few severed aortas.
Then you ought to know there's no harm in trying.
Only if you don't mind ending up with a mess on your hands. By all accounts, Sanjar and Graham have been at each other's throats for years. Digging into their personal history isn't gonna change anything.
Well, what would you have me do?
Honestly, stay out of it. We've got our own problems to deal with.
There's a reason you're bringing this up.
I try to save my captain a headache when I can. Usually ends up saving me one too.
This is about Sandra and Graham. Something about their falling out hits too close to home.
Hey, I'm the doctor here. That means I'm supposed to be the one nosing into your business. Anyway, I can take a hint. You stay out of mine, and I'll stay out of yours. Anything else?
All right, the board lies. Depression must end. Yeah, these people are starving. Right. So there's like you got the rioters and such around. But I need to hear from Dora's point of view.
Sorry about earlier. Graham and I don't always see eye to eye. Besides, we just got our asses kicked in the ruins. Not a great time to yammer on about his printing press.
You run the triage clinic here?
Yeah, name's Zora. I've been patching up the iconoclast since day one. Whenever Graham's lack of foresight gets someone hurt, I get them back on their feet. If I can.
After meeting that guy, I'm amazed anyone around here still has 4 functioning limbs.
Most
Don't get me
don't.
wrong. He's got an uncanny ability to harden folks' spirits, and we need that around here.
So you're a Sawbones?
I was a long time ago, over in Cascadia. Rizzo was trying to sweeten up animal parts, and often that meant a lab coat got bit.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm whatever I need to be to keep these folks from bleeding out.
Does seem wasteful to buy press parts rather than food.
Hey, you got some decency in you. Careful. That's rare around these parts, and folks are liable to try and take advantage of it.
You always talk to your leader like that?
When he's being an idiot, sure.
Okay, fair enough. What happened in the ruins?
A Mantiqueen showed up out of nowhere, and I guess the gunfire attracted Raptidons. It was a damn bloodbath. Listen, unless this is urgent, I need to oversee the wounded.
Need any help?
You want to do us a favor or two? Go talk to Bronson. He's always looking to pass his work off on someone else. For now, I gotta get to the wounded. Welcome to Amber Heights.
Could we help? We are kind of a doctor here. Got some medical knowledge and know-how. All right, so who the hell's Bronson? Yo. Anybody seen a dude named Bronson around here? This area?
Trash cube. Yeah, look at him. He just keeps making them. You're fucking weird, Carl. I don't think he can hear you. He's in the zone.
Oh, he has to. Okay, so this is where we were.
Trash is trash. I don't care what shape it's in. I guess.
Bronson and stuff must be over here. That's Rose. Marked magazine. This is Huckley's terminal.
Get a whiff of that sweet sulfur air.
Right. So,
Ah, crazy town. Never change.
Damned philosophists.
be nice, Max. Be nice.
You meditate today? If not,
Okay. Oh, wait, no, wait, there's more. Wait. Okay, so where the hell is Bronson at?
Nice day, huh? For Monarch, anyway.
Has to be. Has to be a dude that we. Not. Not seeing this dude named Bronson around here, and I just walked around the entire place. Right. Right there, just generic raiders. Okay, I need to. North of the Amber Heights Gate. Okay. Okay, so he's standing with like a fence post or something around him. Oh, no wonder I didn't see him.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
Welcome to the Emporium. I'm Bronson.
I mean, you run a store out here?
It ain't really a store. Think of me more like a quartermaster, and a chef, and a handyman, and whatever.
Well, you
else.
seem like you will be able to get your hands on some proper hand jobs. Quartermaster, you're a chef?
Cooking's my true passion. You need a Raptidon to taste good? Bring it here, and I'll work a miracle or two.
And you're what, a quartermaster in your free time?
We gotta eat. Eating means hunting. Hunting means armaments. We used to let people take what they will, but then some idiot shot some other idiot over cards. So Zora set up a system. You fuck up, you don't get to buy gear. You play nice, you do.
Anything you need help with?
Yeah, plenty. If you're the type to fix a thing or two, I've got a couple reports I need to follow up on. The pipes up on Milton's house burst. Someone needs to shut them off. Then there are the cables outside the bar. A sprat chewed through them, and now they're spitting lightning. Then there's the old guardhouse, outside town on the way to the old Bayside Terrace. Someone needs to reset the comms breaker there.
I already taken care of it.
I'll be damned. Thanks for doing that. Here. Zora sets aside a bit or two for people who help out. Before you ask, no, it ain't pay. Just being generous to folks who do a good turn.
All right.
Hey, thanks again for helping out. What can I do you for?
Tell me what you got in stock. All right. There's the Stellar Bay. Do. All right, back out into the wild. Titus Androidicus. Sorry, but that's just clever. All right, so let's head this way. What's this? That place is sealed. It is locked up tight. We cannot enter it. We are denied entry. We must find some other way to obtain passage through the doors, for we
That was fun.
indeed. Wait, no. You'll be able to enter there. They gave us the way to enter it. Oh, I got myself all turned around. Either way. If it's sealed. Ah. Oh, this place looks pleasant. You are Niles?
Excuse me, but this area's off limits. We got a leaky generator. It ain't safe. That's my nice way of telling you to sod off.
What's going on here?
We're fixing a leaky generator. What's it to you?
I'm supposed to meet someone here, that's what.
Right. Carlotta. Yeah, she's inside. We got first rights, though. Soon as we fix that generator, she's ours.
Why are you after her?
You'd have to ask the boss. I just know she wants Carlotta voided.
I need to get inside.
And I'm just gonna let you walk on in? Why's that now?
I'm here to investigate reports of a mantis swarm infestation.
Oh, of all the void damned. I ain't getting eaten alive for a couple of bits. Pack it up, crew.
Ha
Too quiet. What are you up to out there? Hello?
Do you have a moment to talk about our salvation through the order of scientific inquiry?
You can't be serious. Who are you anyway?
Graham sent me to collect supplies.
Oh, finally. Tell Graham that this is the last run I'm doing. Sanjar's declared a stop sale to you lot, but even if he hadn't, I'm not risking my neck anymore.
I don't know how you got those goons to leave, but thank you. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing press? Here, take them. Like I said, this is my last run.
Why did Sandra ban you from working with the Iconoclast?
You'd have to ask him. All I know is that if I get caught, I'll get arrested.
Where would they get their supplies now?
Law help them. I don't know. Maybe Sublight can lend a hand. I should go. Look, Graham's got a bit or two left in his account. I can send one last dropout before I wash my hands of this. What do you want delivered?
Zora suggested extra food and medicine.
I always took that woman for the sensible type. Good on her. I'll send some along. Give them all my regards. And good luck out there. Don't go getting eaten.
Well, we try not to get eaten. Try not to get shot at, too, but we've been failing in that regard. All right. Let's do some looting. All right, plenty of room and stuff there. All right, gases. Huh. Okay. Oh, damn. Whoops. Look, they put this stuff all the way down here. We had no choice but to crouch. There's like no reason to do that, at least offhand. So it's peculiar. As we walk along here, apparently Godzilla by Eminem is the new official theme for WWE's Raw. And it's like, I'm thinking, boy, who would have thought you'd see the day that Eminem will lend one of his music tracks to be the theme for a wrestling show? That's just... Guess he needed the royalty check. Look what he's here. We walk on in.
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are fine.
Are they?
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... we'll continue this later. Welcome back, Captain.
At your rollers, the rest of your count went to food and medicine.
Thank the Eternal that someone's got some sense in their head. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When's she coming?
She isn't standard to declare a stop sale on the goods to the iconic class.
Most unfortunate.
Very much so.
This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanjar, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That idiot just declared war.
Hold on.
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony.
Let me ask you something about spreading the truth.
Yes?
Even if we clean up the press, how will you get the magazines to Terra 2?
Our very resourceful sublight friends have already agreed to help. For their standard fee, of course. They'll replace periodicals around the colony with our subtly edited versions. The board's workers will learn of our truth without even realizing it.
What exactly are you putting in these magazines?
A subtle lesson here, a word about the eternal there. In small ways, I hope to bend the public's mind towards seeing the truth.
Why go through all this trouble? What are you trying to accomplish?
The corporations have been shackling workers' souls for centuries. Workers are glorified slaves to their companies, to their society, to their own minds. Free will has all but vanished. I believe that by freeing oneself from the corporate structure, indeed from the very rules of man, one can find their own truth.
Their own truth? There is only one truth. Free will is nothing but an illusion that drives man to struggle against his preordained path.
Max, be nice.
The cosmos will someday come to understand itself. We can only assist with our own truth-seeking and hope that by our myriad tiny contributions, we can help usher that day forth.
All right, back to the mission.
Certainly.
All right, so what's next?
I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best. Meet them there and find out if they've been successful.
You sent the Vanoys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They went willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Noys saw the printing facility with the same importance as I.
The written word can be quite effective, but losing your flock seems counterproductive.
Max actually says something smart
I have
there.
the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duties for which we recruit them.
You could have sent him after backing Zora up, right?
Yes, you're damn right he could have. But he's so obsessed with preaching that he's become blind to our actual problems. Look, just... if the Vanoys are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like this, I have a feeling we'll need them.
I'll do everything I can.
What? Sorry. Long day.
Okay. All right, what we got down here? All right. We continue to roll along here. But be a better you with Adrena time. Right. Excuse me, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the fast travel. Excuse me. Doo doo. Let's walk in here, see what happens.
Oh, you're back. Please tell me you found my baby boy. Where is he? Where's my little Tucker?
Sorry, but Tucker is dead.
No, that can't be true. Not my little boy, not my baby. Wait, are you sure it wasn't someone else? Maybe my little boy's all right. How could you know it was him?
Found this ring on Tucker's body.
That's Tucker's ring. His daddy gave it to him and he never took it off since. How did you... No, no, it can't be. He's not dead. Not my child. Not my sweet Tucker. I promise I always look out for him. Take the money. Just please leave me to grieve.
Good, you do that. All right, so we got more. Got more bits and things.
Hello again, dearie. What can I get you?
Who's Velma?
She works over at the fishery next door. Quite the hard worker, but she's got a bit of a temper.
Nothing wrong with little passion?
No disagreement there, dearie. But Velma can be a little prickly.
How much of a prick is she?
Oh, but here I go again, running my mouth when it's none of my business. Was there something else you needed? What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
About Dr. Williams.
Such a pity, isn't it? But I suppose it's an important reminder that one can have too much of a good thing. Even cost tolerine.
Who's me? Damn. Okay. Let's see.
Hello again, dearie. What can I get you?
What can you help me with? I'm picking caffeinoid for Nyoka Ranarium Wentworth III.
Now that can't be. Ms. Ramnareem Wentworth has already exceeded the month's... Oh.
Oh.
Dear me. She does have another dose in her allotment.
Yes, she
How
does.
did I miss this?
Don't worry about it, Auntie. I'm sure you've been busy.
My, but you are a doll.
Damn right I am.
Here's Nyoka's caffeinoid, and if I know her, she's probably ready for it by now. Do take care of yourself, dearie.
All right. So, at the very least, we are getting things accomplished.
Be careful with your new friends in Amber Heights. They're not the most reliable types. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Yes. Hmm? Who are you?
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
Nope. Got a lot of brass for a man doing absolutely nothing.
What I am doing, ma'am, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place.
What are you talking about?
This law's forgotten town. Cut off from the rest of the colony. Removed from any culture. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted.
Mr. Good Old Days?
Days of consumption and culture. When we weren't squabbling with the iconoclasts for lack of better things to do. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
I'll leave you be.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Uh-huh.
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games?
Mm-hmm. Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business?
Yes.
All of the above?
Yes. Got your magic pills. These things are dangerous, you know.
Says someone who's never had any fun.
Exactly. See, I'm glad someone on your crew's got some sensible, got her head on straight. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes.
Yes,
We're
of
in
course.
business. Let's go.
That was fast. I gotta see about stocking some on the ship.
You be careful. The first one's free. After that, they'll offer you gainful employment.
Glad to have you.
Great. Where to?
Let's find the information broker.
Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun.
More or less.
If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
Ellie, wait on the ship. We need Nyoka's help for now.
Long as you've got my back, I'll have yours. Welcome to the unreliable crew.
Yes. This
You
crew,
look like a preacher. You a traveling vicar?
In a minute.
one for all of our companions
Stellar Bay had a
has
vicar
been
once. He
recruited.
took it upon himself to convince Graham's folk to come back to the corporate fold. Kept making the trip between the city and Amber Heights by foot. Kept getting himself into all sorts of scrapes. Day came when I found a book of his in the middle of a raft encampment. And still gripping it, too.
The plan unfolds as the plan unfolds. To vicar and layman alike.
All right. Right between the eyes, there was 3, no 4 of them. Wrap was this big. Took it down with one shot. Buy me a drink. Ah. The Grim Tomato. Oddly enough, we couldn't just jump over it.
Wouldn't mind smelling like Saltuna if we could sell more of it.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
You would think so, but no.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Oh, wait, what? What are you talking about? Catherine?
Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
He'll come back eventually. Can't constrain a person's freedom.
I can't keep working double shifts either.
Huh?
Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply.
Fair enough.
Something else on your mind?
Me about Grimm's poster?
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional.
Oh yeah, no.
She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
He does sound easier to deal with.
I don't have time for Grimm, even when I'm not working doubles.
So you're just giving Grimm's poster away? Didn't he pay for it?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
So have the poster, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Surely we can work this out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Work with me. I'm helping you find Braxton, aren't I?
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster. Fine by me.
What's this about? And what's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
I can talk to Caleb for you.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking.
Mostly joking.
Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
All right, so we can, at the very least, we can. All right. Back to work, gentlemen. I know that's here. Oh, that's a view. Do 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 do.
Smells like wrapped in here. Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the saltuna smell. Trust me.
All right. All right, which way? So we may make a decision that will be mostly questionable at some point in time, but we are trying to at least be reasonable with these people. Hold on a second.
So, guess who Celia brought home the other night?
What up?
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Who are you? Looking for Braxton. Have you seen him?
Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Relax, no one's in trouble. You've been taking drugs.
No! Okay, maybe just a little. Braxton always has a good stash, and I just like to let loose a little. Stop thinking about the Marauders and the Raptidons outside, you know?
So do you know Braxton? Where's he now?
Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick, and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
That's all I need.
I'll be straight with you. Folk who disappear in the wilderness generally aren't able to come back. Don't get your hopes up.
Right, and the other one was this dude here. At the very least, we are setting some various things up of interest for tomorrow night. We have that going for
A
us.
vicar, huh? You a true believer, or do you just like the tithes?
Why, that's borderline offensive, Ms. Ramnareem Wentworth. Of course I believe. The tithes are merely a well-earned bonus.
I met another believer once. Pushy type. He thought he'd been left behind for a reason. Thought he'd find some kind of cosmic truth in the wilderness.
And now he's been
Got
turned into
himself
poop.
infected by a mantis and drowned in a sulfur pool. Some truth.
Can't get more brutally true than survival of the fittest. But don't mistake us all for blind fools. Intellect plays a large part in who stays among the living.
Glad to hear it.
Oh, fascinating.
New face, huh? You from Off-World?
Yep. Yep, Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
What are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
What could be so bad that made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
Okay, fair enough. We don't need to talk about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
How long can you afford to miss work?
Not forever, but we've each saved up our bits, and I stashed them safe in my home by the diner. I reckon we could last a week or two at least.
Any suggestions how to put pressure on Velma to negotiate?
If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true.
Rumors? Well, what's this about blackmail now?
I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits.
Uh-huh.
So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon.
I'll talk to you later. Back to the warehouse.
Hey, Max. What does your religion say happens to us after we die?
The body returns to the universe from whence it came. I'm sure you've seen a corpse in the various stages of decay.
Why do we exist in the first place, then? What the hell's the point?
Good question.
Our lives contribute to the betterment of the human race. Everyone has a part to play for the greater advancement.
I ain't got a part. Life ain't a damn cereal.
You helped people survive the Monarch evacuation, did you not? Perhaps one of them will go on to unlock godhood for the human race.
Well, if they do, I hope they remember who pulled them from the jaws of raptidons.
Yeah, I do appreciate the whatchamacallit, the banter that we are getting with the companion characters. I'm looking at that right. stuff is just on the ground and we can't grab it. Uh-huh. Oof. So that's a no-go. All right, so where was... Okay, it was over this way. Morass of supply contacts. All right, so we got that done.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Who spat in your spirits, Velma?
Everybody.
You notice my mood? I'm surprised you can see straight today.
I could be seeing triple and I'd still think you're being unkind. I just might find it funnier.
Will you try wrangling half a ton of dead fish with decades-old equipment and see what it does for your disposition?
Does a lot.
Anyway, what do you folks need?
Let's talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Why can't you give him a pay increase?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudgingly give her that.
Thank you. I think.
Yeah.
If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Are you willing to meet Caleb halfway?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
I saw the accounts. You've been skimming money for years. You can afford to pay more.
Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles to cover for everyone who decides not to show?
Ironic, isn't it?
I'm the one who keeps this place running. That money's mine, one way or another.
And what do you think Sanjar will say to that? Oh, that sounds remarkably like Caleb's argument.
Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately. Something else on your mind?
That Braxton's been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Okay, why didn't you turn them in?
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
All right, so let's head out of this place, back to the bar, and at least we'll be able to resolve one little thing here. And we managed to do it without intimidation. We were able to talk our way through it.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us? Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
Got your pay raise.
How'd you manage that? Wait, never mind. If I question it, it'll turn out not to be true. Besides, I never follow how you got Velma to part ways with a bit card of her own. Here, take this as compensation. It ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we appreciate all you've done. Now me and my friends here better get back to work before Velma blows a fuse.
Level 19. Woo! All right, what you got here? All right. So with that done,
If you were in charge, would you keep the board around?
Of course. Even with all their faults, they are the best chance to maintain order in the colony.
I suppose I can appreciate the structure of things, long as the folks at the top have got the right heads on their shoulders.
no, I think I like the pairing of Ellie with Max better, just because she's just busting his balls half the damn time. All right, so we gained a few levels this evening. We made progress. We did some shooty. We did some shuto. And what we got here? We picked up two achievements, so that's good. Halfway on the bits. Working our way on companion abilities. We've been aiming for the nuts. So far, so good. And what notification we got here? Lock the chief. Game? All right. So anyway, we got more of the Outer Worlds slated for tomorrow evening. And obviously we're picking up on the planet. Gonna find Broxton. And is roam around, do the shuto stuff, find things, and yada 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 yadas. All right, who was doing stuff on a Monday night. Who shall we drop in on here? Everyone is offline tonight. All right. Is anyone else playing The Outer World? Yes, there are. Who is these? This person only has. Well, let's make this person's night here. All right, there we go. So this person is the Batgirl 0801. Has only, looks like they just joined Twitch. They have 1 follower. So they've been streaming for an hour. So you know what? Let's make their night. Like I don't know if they have a mic or not, but we will swing over there, and we'll give them a boost. Anyway, folks, hope you all have a great rest of your night. Tighten your friendship bracelet. Stay safe. Stay warm. Although tomorrow's gonna be a warmer day than it was over the past week. So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow for more Outer Worlds. Good night, folks.